going on?
Nothing much. Nothing much. Hello, 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 and welcome to the commentary zone. Today we are talking about the Real Housewives of Dallas, season 5, episode 9. The doctor is out. As you guys enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up just because we asked you to. What did you think overall of this episode?
Mm, it was interesting. It's just, I mean, I be honest, Brandy just annoyed me because it's ridiculous at this point. It's utterly
Mm-hmm,
ridiculous. I
mm-hmm,
mean, just because you feel guilty, you don't put that onto other people. You made the mistake, not Tiffany.
yeah,
And if you are really remorseful, if you're holding on to all this guilt, I would think you would go about trying to make her feel even more comfortable. Like,
mm-hmm,
be even more inclusive, getting to know her,
mm-hmm,
um making sure she's like that, she knows, like, they're like, hey, this is who I am, you know let's move forward, let me get to know you, yada yada yada. But then later, her husband says, like, why don't you invite her to do something one-on-one? And she's like, well, I find her boring. I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry, you're boring. Tiffany has a whole job. She has a
mm-hmm.
very important job. She has two children, and she's handling it. And you get to sit at home all day with your kids. I'm going to need you talk about boring.
Mm-hmm. And her
Get
kids
that
schooling
right.
her. Her kids are
Exactly.
schooling her. I don't think she's learned anything, quite frankly.
No.
I just don't.
Mm-mm.
But whatever. I just feel bad that Tiffany is really taking this on.
Right.
Because there is nothing that Tiffany can do to help Brandy. Brandy's got to help herself. And
Exactly.
and when Mama D came on and said that it was jealousy, when she first said it, I was like, I don't think so. But the more I think about it and how she broke it down, like most of these women are sitting at home shopping online for Barbie clothes. It's true. They don't have like a real career where they have people's lives in their hands on a daily basis. And then who was she talking to? Carrie? When she said, we should switch days. And
Mm-hmm.
Carrie said, oh, I get up at 10, I have breakfast by 10:30. And when Tiffany said, I'm usually on my second or third surgery by then,
Right.
you know I looked at Carrie like, I already disliked you intensely. You having that conversation with Tiffany and basically blaming her for feeling the way how she felt, the way how y'all heifers made her feel.
Mm-hmm.
You were blaming her for that. Carrie ain't no better than Brandy.
No.
I this is my first season watching Carrie, and I can honestly say I don't like her. I don't like how she behaves. I don't like her like she's a bully and she's rude. And it's like I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's because maybe it's because it's her 50th birthday. She feel everything need to be about her and surrounding her. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like her. She's made this season for me a struggle. A standout for me, surprisingly, was Stephanie because I really thought she was an airhead. Um, but she sees situations and people with a clarity that I would have never expected from someone like Stephanie.
Stephanie's gone through a lot, and you can tell she's really gone through things, and she's had her
Mm-hmm.
struggles. So she has a very good grasp of things. And if you look at them as a whole, she is the most fair and neutral of all the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
She can say,
She
well,
is.
like the fact that she says about Brandy, like, this is all Brandy's issue. Like, in
Mm-hmm.
most times, oh, this is my friend, so I'm gonna stick up for them. She's like, no, this is all her. This has nothing to do with Tiffany. She needs to work on herself, and that's that.
But she was saying it in the confessional, right?
Right.
But she finally said it to her in the car ride over
Mhm.
to where the hell were they going? To the shaman event. She finally said it to her then. Like, you could have said it 2 episodes ago.
Mhm.
You know, you could have said it in the Austin house when Brandy was like totally freaking the hell out. You could have said it to her, but you didn't. What
But
were you waiting
Stephanie,
for?
but Stephanie's not that type of person though. Like it's not her nature. If you really have noticed Stephanie through the season, she never blasts somebody publicly. That's not what she does. That's not who she is.
They were sharing a room. She could have told her sis, you know, when they settling down to go to bed or whatever, like, come on, you got to come to terms with this. I've been watching you. I've been seeing you. Like, you got to come to terms and forgive yourself and stop putting your issues on somebody else.
Production probably made her tell her the next day. Otherwise, they wouldn't have had no scene, or what Brandy really wouldn't
Uh,
have had enough scenes probably. Do we really care about Brandy at this point? If we're being completely honest, like what is Brandy's storyline outside of quote unquote guilt, her going to like a mental health facility, like what else does she have? Nothing. Zero. She's not interesting
she
because
isn't.
we as the viewers see right through this. We're like, you're not feeling guilty. You're feeling the heat from the backlash you got, and
Mhm.
you weren't expecting it. You really weren't. You probably weren't expecting that video to get out the way it got out. You caught the backlash, so you quote unquote went to a mental health facility to to work through this. So it has nothing to do with guilt. It has everything to do with the simple fact, like what, you got dogpiled on social media and you can't handle it.
I I would love to know why she thought she needed to go to a mental health like facility. Like a lot of people fall into these social media whoopsies, you know, foot and mouth disease. I wonder what her other story is. Like if she has other mental health issues that she needed to deal with and that this was the thing that broke the camel's back.
I agree with this. Brittany should have been embarrassed to read her letter because she hasn't grown at all. I agree.
Mhm.
She hasn't. Mm-mm. No, not at all. Because you're not owning the fact of where this is all coming from.
Mhm.
And I'll say it again. You only are only upset because you caught backlash for it. Had that video not gone out and gone quote unquote viral, you wouldn't feel any kind of guilt at all. You would have just gone on through your life thinking like, that was funny. It was a funny little video. Ha 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 ha. But the
Mhm.
fact that it got out and people just completely just rained on you, like, we're calling you out left and right. Yeah, they're leaving me in comments. I get that. But don't sit here and pretend like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad and this is why I had to um go to the mental health facility. I was like, I had to work on myself. No, no. Had you been an adult and said, you know what, yes, I feel bad because I was insensitive, but the bulk of my issue is the fact that I'm still not over all the backlash I received.
Mhm.
That would have been the adult conversation to have, not the whole I feel guilty conversation. Mm-mm.
Okay, so in this episode, the only scene that resonated with me, there was one scene which I thought was funny, which was Mama D, but the other one that I thought was so like it had an impact on me was when Carrie took Olivia, her daughter, to Stephanie's house for that sit down.
Mm-hmm.
And they spoke about, you know, how depression and anxiety impacts both of them. And
Right.
honestly, Stephanie, I'm like impressed with Stephanie this season. I like to hear her journey through mental illness from when
Mm-hmm.
she was Olivia's age to now and her techniques on how she handles things. Like I was very impressed with how she spoke to Olivia on a very, very touchy subject. And I wish well, this, I guess, is Carrie's first time brushing with this situation. Stephanie has had half her life to deal with it. So I just thought she came off as really well spoken, like and a resource for this young woman who's now on her path of dealing with mental health issues. I thought it was a really great scene
Yeah, Stephanie
because
was
Carrie
great.
kept quiet.
Exactly. I kept waiting for Carrie to interject, but she didn't, which I appreciated. But you can tell Stephanie's done the work, and that's what really stood out for me.
Mhm.
Like she's not talking about from, I've heard this or I think that. Like she really went through her journey, and you
Mhm.
can tell she's done and put in all the work. Like she's gone to therapy. She takes her medication. She does her exercises. I mean, that's just someone who's really gone through it and has really taken their recovery to heart.
Yep. Basically, what I'm trying to say about Stephanie is that I no longer think she's an empty vessel. I like I'm amazed at Stephanie, and thank you for proving me wrong. The
I'm
rest
gonna
of
put
them, they could all go back into the lake. I don't know.
right. That this is interesting with Susan. The rumor has it, they adopted, basically. I guess Brandy adopted the son from her husband's affair, and that's probably what's eating her up. And I could, if it's true, in my opinion, I think that's exactly what's eating her up. It has nothing to do. If this is true, that has to be what's going on.
But
Like,
why agree to do something like that? I don't know.
right. That's my thing.
You have to be a very strong individual to do something like that if it's true. Um,
Hmm.
do I think she's capable of mentally handling something like that? Nope.
No.
Nope, nope,
Mm-mm.
nope. But oh
Mm-mm.
well.
Good.
Um,
Good luck.
yeah. What did you think about Deandra's shaman day? And we learned
I,
something new about the shaman. He also is a hairdresser.
right. He also does extensions. I was like, wow. I mean, he's getting his hustle on. I'm not mad at him for that.
He's multi-talented.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Um, I feel I feel bad for Tiffany. She's caught it from every direction
Hmm.
on this show. And I know first season everybody has to like haze you or whatever. But I think it's a little extreme in this case. Um and she still comes bearing gifts, apologizing and all. I wouldn't have apologized for nothing. Nothing.
I think with Tiffany,
Stephanie
what it
left
is.
early. If she needed to leave early, I left early. I don't need to say bye to none of y'all heifers, especially after the way how y'all treated my ass yesterday. No.
I think the issue with Tiffany is this: she's not. She doesn't do confrontation. That's what it is. She doesn't do confrontation. She's not good at. She's not good at expressing herself. So that puts her in a distinct disadvantage when people are coming at you.
Let me tell you, the only way I would have brought candles was if they was from the Tiffany Moon line of exotic candles. Because everybody else is doing a product placement on these stupid shows. I would have done like I know she wants to be like this will be her, I guess, first opportunity to have a group of girlfriends, and she wants to make changes in her life with regards to work,
Mhm.
family balance and all of that. I just think that these women have basically nailed into her, and they don't respect that. Like, shit, she's a doctor.
A
She's
whole
a
doctor.
doctor during a health crisis that's impacting the world, and y'all still treating her like she's muck on the bottom of y'all stupid shoes. Like, it kills me.
You know what it is? How can I put this? The way they act like they've never been around a professional woman in their lives. Like they've never run across a woman who is married, has children, and has a professional career. So like they act like they don't understand where she's coming from.
But there have to be others in Dallas. Like not all housewives in Dallas are like this, gaggle of hens.
Right.
I just feel like I'm just sick of seeing this. And if the rumor is true that she's like one and done, I would not blame Tiffany for being one and done.
Me neither. Me neither. Cause
Um,
it's ridiculous. Like Mama G said it the best. Like she has a whole lot of pressure. I
Yeah,
mean,
she's
but
got
I
a
can imagine,
real job.
and what she's doing is like so important and so impactful that like y'all should be like, hey, like you want, like I know you're working a lot. Do you want to go to a spa? Let me treat you. Like she's an essential worker. Like what's wrong with you?
I haven't heard not one of these women say thank you for what you're doing. Not
None.
one.
Like what do you
And
think it is
then
with them?
and then the episode ends with Brandy wanting to talk with her privately. Like, how is she gonna fuck this up now? Like, I just like next week I'm dreading watching.
Yeah, if I was Tiffany, I would just cut her out and walk away. Seriously, because I just, yeah, Brandy's just annoying to me. It's just you bring nothing, and I don't even believe the quote unquote guilt that you have. I just don't, and it's annoying.
No.
And it's
But
annoying.
I, well, here's what I don't believe with regards to Brandy. I don't believe she understands why what she did was wrong. I'm just gonna
Exactly.
say it because if you don't understand why what you did was wrong, then you're not gonna be like guilty over it. You're just
And then
not.
right, and then why do you want to talk to a person you think is boring? Sorry, if I think you're boring, I'm not gonna try to talk to you. And I hate to say this, I never thought I would say it. It seems like the things that Leanne said about Brandy are true.
What was that?
Like she, oh, what was it? It was like she makes all these mistakes and people just brush it off as Brandy being Brandy. She takes no accountability. She wants to act like she's nice, but she's really a B. Stuff like that. If I recall correctly, because it
I
was a
would
time where
say that's correct.
because the
Mhm.
time where her and Brandy were not getting along, they couldn't stand each other.
Mhm.
So yeah, but then the next season when Stephanie and Brandy were in their going through their thing, they weren't getting along. All of a sudden, Brandy and Leanne were friends. So based on that, I don't believe anything Brandy says.
But they have given a lot of passes to Brandy though.
A lot.
She's
Mm-hmm.
never been held accountable for anything that she has done. I don't
No,
know.
no. So yeah, this. Yeah,
This episode was a waste of time for me.
I agree. I agree. It was just nothing there. It was just a highlight of Brandy's further stupidity. Oh,
Did you like Tiffany? Took the shoes off and because Carrie don't know no better. That woman came
right.
directly from work. Germ Central. I wouldn't want those shoes walking through my house, you
And
know.
then,
But
mhm.
Carrie always got to carry a wrong point to the bitter end.
But Carrie has no home training, so it is what it is at this point.
And you know that bird shit all over her house too.
It,
Gross.
right.
Gross. But whatever. The bird and the bunny, because they shit everywhere too.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they don't care.
true. The look on Tiffany's face was, "Oh Lord, not again." I know she getting ready to leave that shaman event early.
Yep.
I would tell all them heifers, deuces. I'm not coming to any more events with any of you people.
Yeah. So they just want to dogpile on her. And that's just my opinion. What is the issue? And I think to a point, I don't think Mama D was. I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's just a total lack of understanding and empathy. And I said this earlier. I'll say it again. You guys act like you have never met a woman who's a mother with a professional career. Like you would really think these women just only hang around people who lay around all day and go to lunch. It's crazy.
But aren't some of them pretending to be professional women? Like, what's her name? Cameron, when she was trying to do the dog food thing, the
Sparkle Dog. Yeah,
glitter. Yeah.
you ain't never Sparkle Dog whatever, and you never heard about that dog food company again. Deandra like is running her company. Stephanie's starting a foundation. Brandy does not do anything outside. When I say don't do anything, she doesn't have like a traditional job in the sense like she goes
Mhm,
out goes to work this and that. She doesn't
mhm.
do that. Um, who else is there?
What's
Yeah,
your name? Carrie. She had the jewelry thing, but that
mm,
seems like it's all online, social
yeah,
media based.
right. You never see
Yeah.
them working. You never see them working on their stuff. Um, I mean, you see Deandra, you see Tiffany, you see
Well, we saw
Stephanie.
Stephanie this
Yeah,
season,
that's what I'm
like
saying. We saw
starting
Stephanie.
her
Yeah,
her
starting her.
charity thing,
Yep.
you
But
know.
the rest of them,
She
nothing.
she is the closest thing that we have right now to a housewife changing roles and becoming a professional,
Right. I
so
mean,
I don't know. This why am I why am I watching this?
yeah, Tiffany doesn't like water, can't swim, and y'all want her to jump in the lake. Okay, fine. Like I wouldn't have done that. I just cussed all y'all out and left.
And you heard
Um,
Carrie's response to that because I think somebody brought it up. Well, maybe she was upset because she had to jump in the water, and Carrie was like, "Oh, it wasn't that deep." But for somebody who can't swim and knowing that
the
you could drown in a few inches of water, it's gonna
right,
be traumatic. Like, why do you keep on pushing this woman in the water? Not
right.
pushing, but you know,
And can for your college education was worth this money. Not. I still want to see that paperwork that
did she
she.
really graduate?
I said I want to see the paper. I want to see the paperwork because if you when you have a business, in my opinion, you have a company, not just a business. How are you having a company and we don't see you working on it ever? Who's running
True.
it? The elves,
Yeah, that's true.
low pink, like elves dressed in pink. What's going on here?
She doesn't work, does she?
Outside of her starting this business, we've not seen her work on Sparkle Dog or whatever it is since.
Is that still like a food, like a real like
Yeah,
item that you can buy somewhere?
I think you can buy it on Amazon. Let
You
me check real quick.
serious?
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty
Sparkle
positive.
dog food.
Yes, it's there. You can buy it on Amazon.
This hasn't killed somebody? I mean, a dog?
Sparkle Dog LLC.
Oh my god, they sell it on Oh no, that's not Sparkle.
Here it is right here. Hold on,
Sparkle
please.
Dog LLC premium dog food?
That's the link. Yep.
So gross.
Yeah.
Purchase here. How much is this stuff?
The multivitamin is like $20.
It's currently unavailable on Amazon.
Wow.
So she's not even selling it.
Oh, that's too bad. And I clicked on it. It says premium dog food, grain free, gluten free, fresh chicken, omega 6 and 3 for a sparkling coat, all sizes and breeds. Okay. Um. Oh, that's a shame. So
So
I
she's
don't
not
understand,
even selling anything in her business.
but I don't understand like how you're not selling your own product on your website. Why do I have to
No,
buy it
because
from
it goes
Amazon?
over to Amazon, which is out of stock. She ain't doing
Okay,
nothing.
right. Okay.
And I should be really shady and say, to add myself to the list to see when it's back in stock.
I I just- I shop online a bit, but not really through websites. But when I say websites, I mean I generally go to like I do Walmart, Amazon, stuff like that. But I've never gone to sites where if I click to buy the product, it takes me
Mhm.
to Amazon. I've never seen that before.
It is odd. It is odd because you would have it on your website if you have a whole
Right.
website for this so that you get 100% of the revenues, whereas you're cutting off some to Amazon if you're only selling through Amazon.
I mean, unless you have a very tight distribution deal, I mean, I don't get it, but whatever.
We're talking about Cameron here. Tight distribution deal, what? She ran out of dog food and has never restocked.
Okay.
Once that storyline ended, so did the production line.
Well, like maybe it's right. Maybe he's located next to the Bailey agency. Oh, I'm sorry.
At least that's event space now.
Right. That's what I was using for. I'm serious. You could hold like a social distancing brunches. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's got her sunglasses, the
Hmm.
bags. Like she's got a bunch of little things that are still straggling along.
In her wine store,
Did
right?
that ever open up?
Yeah. Mal was the manager.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm,
But
okay.
anywho, I think this episode is done and dusted.
Hmm.
This seems like it's just a pile on Tiffany again, and Brandy having fake guilt. In my opinion. So I think anything else? Did you catch anything else besides that?
Other than a case of being totally fucking irritated, no.
All right. I think that's it, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Yep,
Please,
this was our review for The Real
right?
Housewives of Dallas, season 5, episode 9. The doctor is out, and so are we. Please leave your comments below. Please give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and most importantly, tell a friend. Until next time,
Bye.
bye.